Hi all, I'm Sid again, and in the past couple of days, one phone is making a lot of buzz, which is the Nubia Z11 Mini. It is recently launched on Amazon and the price tag is around 13,000 rupees, which again is very compelling. And a lot of you guys have been asking me for my opinions about the device. The thing is, I haven't yet tested the device, and without reviewing it, I do not, give my judgments. But what I can do instead is, I can tell you based on the specifications, based on my knowledge and based on my experience, whether or not it's a good phone to buy. I can at least tell you the pros and cons if you're making a purchase. So in order to help you, here's my quick opinion video on the Nubia Z11 Mini. Should you be buying it? Well, let's see. So the first thing that I notice on a phone is its design. And the design on this phone is actually quite nice. It reminds me somewhat of OnePlus X because it has glass on both front and back. The glass is, by the way, protected by Gorilla Glass 3. And the red button, the red home button on the bottom adds a lot of character to the whole device. It adds some sex appeal to it. The sides are made up of metal. There are speaker grills at the bottom and there are some antenna bands that you can see there. So overall it's a very premium looking device considering it uses glass and metal for its build quality. But what makes this phone very compelling is its compact size. The phone has a 5-inch Full HD display whose resolution might be common in this budget now, because phones like Redmi Note 3, phones like Leico Li 2, all of them have Full HD displays. However, the screen size is very rare. The only other phone I can think of which has a 5-inch screen, which has a 5-inch Full HD screen in this budget, would be Honor 5C. But that is not a very great device as per my opinion. The other thing, however, is that not everyone likes 5.5-inch phablets. Some people like me enjoy having a compact device around, and for them, I'm happy to see a good new option out there. So in terms of display and design, the phone definitely scores well. Now let's talk about performance. The phone uses a Snapdragon 617 CPU, which is a 64-bit processor, and it is the same one that you would find on a Moto G4 Plus, which is a good thing. It was a powerful device, so it's a good thing to have. The RAM configuration is also 3GB, which is akin to that. But the only problem I have is that Moto G4 Plus had some heating issues going on for it. And since this phone uses a metal and glass design, heating would be amped up in this build. Apart from that, however, Moto G4 Plus was one of the faster phones that I've seen this year. It was very swift and snappy. So I expect same kind of performance from this phone. However, one bummer that I have is software. The phone runs on Android Lollipop, and with Android Nougat already out, this phone does not even have Marshmallow. And knowing ZTE's track record, updates are very slow to come on this phone if they are likely to come. So having said that, ZTE has promised that this year they're gonna take India more seriously. Hence, I'm hopeful that Marshmallow would come on this phone. However, don't have any high hopes. It might never come. So if you're fine with Lollipop, then and then only take this phone. But the strength of this device are its cameras. In fact, Nubia claims it to be the best camera smartphone in its category, in its budget. And if you look into the specifications, it might not be false. It's got a 16 megapixel camera with f2.0 aperture, 6-element lens which is protected by sapphire glass. You've also got Neo Vision 5.8, which makes autofocusing very fast and all. So overall, it's a good package. On the front camera, you have 8 megapixel lens, plus you get a wider angle for your selfies or group fees, which are in these days. Cameras, I believe, are the sheen of this device. However, again, I haven't reviewed the device, so I can't tell you how the photo quality really is. But the reviews I have gotten so far seem to be positive. Coming to other things, you got dual 4G SIM support where you can run your Geo SIMs too. You got an expandable storage, 32GB is on board, but you can add in a micro SD card if you want. You get a 2800 mAh of battery, which should be sufficient for a screen size like this. You see, 3000 mAh battery is sufficient on a Moto G4 Plus, which has a 5.5-inch screen. On a 5-inch screen, 2800 mAh of battery should be fine. Plus, you've got fast charging as well to top it up quickly when it dies. ZTE has limited amount of service centers in India. I'd post the link in the description where you can check the availability and all. It has service centers in all major cities. However, it has limited number of service centers. For instance, in Delhi it only has one service center. In Gurgaon it only has one service center. So servicing might be an issue for you. But if you're fine with that, then it's no problem. It has a gyroscope too. For those of you who are interested in virtual reality and like VR, this one would be compatible with your VR headsets too. So that's pretty much all you need to know about the Nubia Z11 Mini. Now let me give you my opinions on whether or not I would buy this device or not. So here's what I think of this device. The build quality on this phone is superb. I've read some reviews, I've read some praises. It feels very good in the hand. It's very light, it's very slim. I believe 138 grams is the weight and 7 millimeters is the girth. So it fits well in the palm as well. It's very classy with glass and metal used. It's very premium that way. The cameras are the sheen of this device. The reviews I've read from Chinese websites and all, it seems to be very good. And there is a selfie flash as well. For those of you who like to take selfies in the dark, the screen acts as a flash like the iPhone and the Galaxy S7, and that works well too. Software is a big bummer for me personally. I do not trust Chinese vendors because they are very slow to push out updates, and a phone that is on Lollipop might go as far as Marshmallow. Android Nougat would be too far-fetched a dream for it. Everyone can be optimistic. The other thing is service centers, which I've already discussed, but that is on a rise. ZTE is going to take India seriously. One main thing that I would like to tell you, however, is that 13,000 rupees is the phone's price at Amazon right now. But you can, if you have an SBI credit or debit card, you can get 2,000 rupees more off, 15% off on that, which makes the price even more affordable. And that is not a bad price for a phone like this. There are many people who like 5-inch phones. As I've said, I'm one of them. And there are not many phones available for people like us. You either have to pick an Honor 5C or you have to go for a OnePlus X, which is now dead. So I'm happy to see a phone that has a full HD display, has a good build quality, has got great specifications as well for the price tag, has got good enough cameras to be offered at this price. So if that is all that compels you, by all means you can buy this device. However, I would still say that wait for my review. Let me get my hands on the device, because with a brand that is so new and so volatile, you can never take chances. That's all I'd like to say. This is not a full review. This was just an impromptu video that I thought of and made. So don't be that harsh. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't dislike it, just go to a different video of mine. That is better. And do not forget to share it with your friends. If you haven't already, do subscribe as well. My name is Sid. Still love me. Ciao.